Hello everyone. Yeah, it's another day. I want to use this medium to appreciate each and every one of you that have been following my tour in Badagry. And here today, I'm at the Seriki Williams Abbas Slave Museum. That's the national monument here in Badagry.
Redeeming the image of Africa all over the world.
So this is the entrance. So you can see that's the entrance. So let's go together and meet the curator as in the person in charge. Thank you. So here we are. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, my name is Alenga, and you are?
My name is Abbas.
Oh, that's Abbas Gafar. I can see from the name that we have here. Yeah, so that's Abbas Gafar. You are the
descendant of the Chief Seriki Williams.
So we are here to know more about what this place is all about. So can you quickly take us around the place and give us a tour?
Of course, no problem.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So this is the man we're going to talk about, and this man is called Seriki Williams Abbas. So this man was a slave trader. So this man, he has a compound which is called Brazilian Barracoon. So Barracoon means a slave cell, where the slaves were being kept. So in this compound, we have 40 rooms. In each of the rooms, 40 slaves were kept in each of the rooms. A minimum of 1,600 slaves are brought into this compound at a time. And this is the man that owns the compound. And this man is called Seriki Williams Abbas. But how come the man bears Seriki Williams Abbas? This man, he was captured as slaves in a town called Jogarili in Ogun State. And then once the slave is being captured, they are no longer to be bearing their own name, while they will be bearing their master's name. The first person that bought him is Abbas. Abbas came from Idaume. Idaume today is in Benin Republic. He took him down there, he used him as a domestic slave. And later on, Abbas sold him to a white man called Williams. It was a Williams that took this man down to Brazil and also used him as a domestic slave. So when he was in Brazil, Williams taught him how to read and write, and which is unusual for the slaves. And later on, he called the man, if you want me to release you, you are going to work under me. So that was the condition given to the man before the man was released. He brought him back to Nigeria. He first settled down at Lagos Island. So as I'm talking to you now, this man has so many houses in Lagos Island before moving down to Badagry to come and settle down. And when this man came to Badagry, we have 8 quarters in Badagry. When this man came, he dominated all the 8 quarters because the man could read and he could write. And then whenever the white people came to Badagry, they normally come to him. So when this man came to Badagry, he was given a title called Seriki Muslim of Badagry. Seriki means head of Muslims. So that's why the man is wearing Seriki Williams Abbas. His own birth name disappeared from the name. So as the man is ruling Badagry, he also went back to Ogun State where he was captured. He founded 2 towns in Ogun State. He founded Ayeto in 1902. When you get to Ayeto today, you will see the statues of the man around about in Ayeto. And also founded a town called Idogo, also in Ogun State. So I'll talk about the man later. And these are some European products they use in the estate of slaves. So in Nigeria, they spend cowries. The white people cannot use their own money, and this money they use in Nigeria then. That's why they prefer to bring some items they use in the exchange of slaves. The value of an umbrella, 40 slaves. Before you can have one umbrella, you will need to produce 40 heavy men. We still have one of the umbrella in our museum up to date. A bottle of gin, 10 slaves. So the big canoe gun, 100 slaves, while the small canoe gun, 40 slaves. The kettle and the big and the brass dish are items given to Seriki by the Brazilians as a gift. Mirror doesn't have specific number, depending on bargaining power with the white people. Ceramic gold, 10 slaves. and a ding on 40 slaves. And these two entries have been here since 1840, when this compound was established in 1840. So let's see the slave cell. So like I said earlier, we have 40 rooms in this compound. In each of the rooms, 40 slaves were kept in each of the rooms. A minimum of 1,600 slaves are brought into this compound at a time. So this is Seriki, and this is how the man used to normally dress as a Seriki then. So these are the members of Council of Seriki. And the umbrella you are looking at in that picture, and this is one of the umbrella they brought in the exchange of slaves. The value of this 40 human being. And this umbrella here now is more than 200 years old. So these are some chain they use on the slaves. And this chain is called heavy chain. Heavy chain is meant for the stubborn slaves. So this chain is called iron drilling bit. Iron drilling bits, they use it to write their name at the back of their slaves. Anytime they want to use it, it will be very, very hot. During that period, most of the slaves die because they cannot bear the pains. And this place we are now is called a waiting cell. So the inner room is the cell where the 40 people are kept. 40 people are going to this room. And once the 40 people are in the room, there is a door here before they will lock up the door. They use 3 months to 4 months before they can leave this room. Wow. So 40 people were kept in this inner room before the arrival of the ship. They feed them once in a day. This is where they wee and this is where they poo. You can imagine how this place will be messed up then. And this is the only ventilation they have in the room. That's why most of the slaves died because of the heat and the odor. So a gramophone record used by Seriki then. And this is one of the bottle of gin they brought in the exchange of slaves. Highest Medal Vienna 1873 was written on the bottle. The brass dishcloth and mock-up given to the man by the Brazilians as a gift. So these are some bowls used in the exchange of slaves. The value of one bowl, 10 slaves. No matter how big it is and no matter how small it is, anybody that needs a 5 bowl will need to produce 50 slaves. So these are some locally made pots used by Seriki then. This is a water pot and this is a soup pot. Why this one also a water pot? So let's see where Seriki was buried in this compound.
Eighteen 1847.
By the slaves. This compound was established in 1840.
But it's not the first well in Badagry.
So, Seriki has a court where he passes judgment on the community. There is a court where he passes judgment on the community. And that's the chamber over there where he relaxes himself after the judgment. You can see the meeting palace of Council of Obas. Slave cell we have in this compound. Seriki has where he was living. He has a story building. This is a remnant of the building. The building was built in 1847 in this compound, and the building fell down in 1995. So this is a remnant of the building. Wow. So this is where Chief Seriki was buried. Chief Seriki died 11 June 1990. And this is where the man was buried by the Muslim community. So this is the last born of Seriki. The last born, he was 6 years old when his father died. So Seriki has 128 wives and also have 124 children. This is the last born of Seriki. The last born, he was 6 years old when his father died. He was born in 1913 and his father passed away in 1919. And he also passed away in 1987. This is my own grandfather.
Wow. Let me give you the whole tour of the whole compound. This is the whole compound. Wow, this is something else. I don't know what to call this. However, at this junction that I want to call it a day, I hope you all enjoy today's historical moment that we have for you. I hope you all enjoy today's episode. And it has to do with Chief Williams, Seriki of Badagry. If you really want to know more about the history of Nigeria and Badagry, and you want to know more about slavery in Nigeria, kindly come and visit the Badagry Slave Trade Museum. So there you will surely know exactly what went wrong in those days. Thank you and God bless. Oh, hello, thanks for watching. My name is Arenga. If you enjoyed this video, please kindly click the subscribe button and make sure you join me on the tour to all African countries. My mission is to project the positive side of the great continent and also address some of the issues facing African nations. Thank you.